Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mall Guts, the show where we take a look at the service corridors and behind the scenes stuff that you don't usually get to see just walking around the mall. Today we'll be taking a look at the guts of Desert Sky Mall in Phoenix, Arizona. Now I'm going to bring down the music so you can hear how weird and creepy these mall service corridors can sound. We did notice there were security cameras, but they either weren't being monitored or they just didn't care that we were back here, because we saw quite a few while we were filming. It's also worth mentioning that Desert Sky Mall is not a dead mall. From what I understand, it was struggling at one time, but it seems to be flourishing now and doing really well. We visited there a few months ago, and I actually have a video on this channel of Desert Sky Mall, and it was very busy, so that's definitely interesting to see. So that being said, there definitely seemed to be a higher risk that we would run into somebody while we were sneaking around back here in the back corridors of the mall. That was my producer Mark's creepy ass laugh, and I can't remember why he did that, but it caught me off guard and startled me a little bit while I was going back and watching this footage to put this video together. This was one of the wider corridors in the mall. There were definitely some much more narrow than this. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the music back up here. Say hi, Mark. See what I mean though? This one is much more narrow. Sneaking around in some of these back corridors and stuff is definitely not for people who are claustrophobic, that's for sure. This was a fun mall to film, so when we were all done and got all the footage we needed to do a video on it, we thought we'd go poking around since there were no signs on any of the doors to the corridor saying, you know, no trespassing or employees only, so we were pretty happy to see that. Now right through there is the food court area, and then this is like a big kind of like utility closet, utility room with the hot water heater and the sinks. I'm guessing this is the room that the janitorial crew uses to like fill their mop buckets. You can see there's hand washing and other procedures and stuff here. So that was kind of cool to see. And right there is the door for the security office. It's always fun to film that. I will say these corridors had a lot less character than the last ones I filmed at Fiesta Mall. There was no color coding or anything like that. Everything was just these kind of drab white and kind of deli mustard baby puke color. I'm going to turn down the music here and bring the video audio back up because this was interesting. Here we're right behind the food court area. And the orange Julius is no longer there. I didn't see that listed in the mall directory, so that's interesting there, an old sign. Gross, like microwave or convection oven or something. I wonder what food court restaurant that came out of. That's nasty. Here's another just narrow, creepy corridor. When I filmed at Fiesta, I was there all by myself. This time I had Mark with me, so it was a little less creepy. It was nice to have somebody watching my back. The Spencer's Gifts is still there. I love that doorbell. But we could hear some people right on the other side of that door. Really easy to get lost back here. A lot of times we would go in one entrance, start, looping around through these corridors and stuff, and we weren't sure where we were going to come out sometimes. Now this store, Papaya, is no longer there. I didn't see that listed on the mall directory. And there's Mark again. Now lastly, we'll take a look at this area we found with this community room sign. This was the first corridor that we saw that had carpet, so it was made to look nicer, but unfortunately there was a really strong smell of urine, and from what I've been told that could mean there's mold somewhere, possibly under the carpet or something, so it's possible maybe it flooded or something in here at one point. Unfortunately, the doors to the community room were locked. Here's some info on the music featured in today's episode of Mall Guts. If you'd like to find out more about this music, you can follow the links there, and I'll also include links down in the description below. Want to see your name here? Head on over to patreon.com/retailarchaeology to find out how you can help support the channel. Hey, thanks again for checking out this episode of Mall Guts. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also check out some of the other videos I've got here. And also follow us at the social media links there because that's the best way to keep up with what's going on with the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.